What up, Dokkanners? A data download dropped last night for Global and JP. Global's data download was 644 megabytes. JP's was probably a little bit more. And if that isn't an indication enough, we got different data downloads. There are a few things that are a little bit different. So I'm just going to rip the band-aid off and let you guys know, folks, this Saiyan Day is not built the same on both versions. So let's just jump in and take a look at the data. Let's just start off with a positive. One thing that we do know now is the confirmed time of the banner's release. March 17th, 11:18 p.m. PDT. 6.5 hours after reset. So the same number still applies, only this one's a little bit earlier. 6 hours and 18 minutes after reset. So we will be going live on the channel way before that, probably like an hour or so before that, because this one has me super hyped. So I will be live. Make sure you guys are subscribed, notification bells are turned to all so that you don't miss the summons, because folks, for the first time ever, Lord Beerus, God of Destruction, is going to be summoning for Super Saiyan God. You will not be seeing this anywhere else on YouTube, only here. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys watch those summons, either because you're summoning along with me or you want to live vicariously through my summons. Make sure you guys are there. You don't want to miss it. So the Global and JP versions are different in terms of data downloads. JP got the Gotenks Failure Fusions, the Super Strike Event Renewal EZAs. Now, most of you guys are generally not too keen on these Super Strike Event Renewal EZAs anyway, in terms of their effectiveness on some of the end game content. But of course, in terms of principle, this is an annoying reality, once again, that we have to face. Global and JP being in a joint celebration, not getting the same stuff. I get it. I'm just so exhausted from complaining about it that I simply just don't want to anymore. I'm indifferent. If this doesn't happen, I'm more surprised, honestly. So feel free to share your thoughts about this whole thing in the comments down below. Think about it this way if you want to cope, or think about it through like a positive spin. Global didn't get these stones yet. We're simply just going to be getting them later on. So if anything, you know, these stones would just add to your summoning compulsion. Now you can save those stones for something else, perhaps Golden Week or something like that. Either that, or we could very well still receive these EZAs in this same celebration. Remember, folks, there are 9 EZAs that were advertised on JP, which, by the way, I'm so glad I repeated myself multiple times saying JP got the announcement for 9 EZAs, not Global. And as you can see, this is already potentially changing. If they are going to be giving 9 EZAs on JP, they clearly are missing 7 of them right in this data download, which means another data download has to happen. Both versions got LRBW announced. Global doesn't have that yet in the data files, which means we have to get another data download in the future, which means there we could not only receive all the other EZAs that we might be getting, but also these guys as well. So I think it's too soon to totally throw in the towel. But like I said, the versions being different on a joint celebration, I just don't care anymore. It's gonna happen. We just gotta get used to it. So let's actually go over what these 2 EZAs do. The Gotenks Fusion A, the chubby Gotenks, raises defense, causes premium damage, and a high chance to stun. Attack and defense plus 100, attack and defense plus 30 per key sphere obtained. Attack and defense minus 1. What? Per key sphere obtained per turn. Okay, sure. All right. That's interesting. I mean, look, he's a gimmicky character, so why not throw a gimmicky mechanic in there? I'll take it. Defense plus 50 when attacking. When collecting 1 or more physical key spheres. That's actually pretty cool. Just 1? That's actually pretty good. Attack plus 70%, high chance to perform a critical hit when attacking when collecting 4 or more key spheres. Okay, cool. Recovers with HP with candy. So this is your Super Strike Event Renewal EZAs, folks. Yeah, you're missing 20 Dragon Stones, but were you really going to be using this guy? And then here is the Skinny, the Failure B. Raises defense for 1 turn, causes premium damage, and greatly lowers attack. So this is the big difference, right? Oh no, this guy stuns. This one lowers attack. Okay, attack and defense plus 100. Attack and defense plus 30. Was that what this guy had? Yeah, it's all the same. Okay. Attack and defense plus 30 per key sphere obtained, and attack and defense minus 2 per key sphere obtained. Why is this guy's negative more profound than the other one? I mean, I guess this guy was a little bit weaker. Sure. Defense plus 50 when attacking when collecting 2 or more key spheres obtained. If anything, they've shafted the Failure B Gotenks. How many of you guys would be outraged about that? Attack plus 50, medium chance to perform a critical hit when what? When collecting 4 more key spheres. This is by far and away the inferior of the 2 failed fusions. Is that just implied? Okay, I mean, they're both failure. Whatever, dude. They're funny joke characters. Who cares? It's adorable. It's endearing. Anyway, let's move on now. Let's take a look at the data download information here. Shout out to Proton for all things data download information. Follow him on Twitter at Proton10mg. Okay, thank you. So we got the promo movie. We got the Super Saiyan God. We got Vegeta. We got the renewal for the Search of Greater Power God Intensive Level Training. This is the Whis event. That is not the Whis event. That is the Dokkan event. The Whis event is right here. As I said before, this is basically the counter to the Chain Battle event. As you all may know by now, Chain Battle is the best way to get the best skill orbs in the game. No other event comes even close. So as a result, they have decided to change up this event to make it a little bit better. They're probably going to be upgrading the general pool, the sample size of skill orbs that you can choose from. And I think they're also adding some dual skill orbs in there. They are. So they are definitely upgrading this event all the way around. It is still going to be probably only available once per week. Maybe they make this available daily for the sake of this celebration, which would actually be pretty cool. Who knows? But yeah, if you're someone who just doesn't like Chain Battle, it's not for you, you've tried, it's too difficult, which I get. It's not really the most clear-cut blueprint on how to do it. You kind of just have to be a whale or just play a lot of Dokkan, right? And if you don't follow the community-driven content behind it, you just don't know how it works. That's one thing that Dokkan failed at, is explaining how Chain Battle works in the intricacies of it. It's the Dokkan community and the Chain Battle gods that made it more fun. And it's only fun if you've played the game for a while and you have the means to do the things that you're trying to do. So this is definitely a much needed thing. I'm glad that they're revamping this. Let's see how good it ends up becoming. For JP, not only did they receive that, they also received obviously the Super Strike event renewals as well. Dokkan event, Legendary Savior Super Saiyan God. That's what this was right here. Would you please shut up and call forth the Super Saiyan God? Yeah. We'll do it tonight. Then we got Extreme Super Battle Road Stage 40 for Global. JP didn't receive anything yet. They will probably get something in the announcement, and then they'll get the data download in the future. Then both versions received new skill orbs and banner assets. The banner has been revealed to an extent. It does show God Goku, it shows Broly, it shows Int, Trunks, and Vegeta, and it shows Majin Vegeta. So my banner predictions in my previous video were correct. The final 3 have not been confirmed, which we will find out tonight, but they will obviously be older characters. Perhaps there could even be some differences between Global and JP's banners. We'll have to wait and see. And then the one last thing here is the difference between Global and JP, the replaced OSTs. Now, Global does not get that. Global gets the ticket. As typical with Global, we do get the Pilaf's Trove packs. Most of them are usually scams, but sometimes the Pilaf's Troves are actually indeed Troves. Now, we will take a look back at last year's Pilaf's Trove for the Majin Vegeta Saiyan Day. But before we do that, the replaced OSTs, let's talk about this. So in terms of what this is, JP is coming off of the 8-year anniversary. So during that time, they had a bunch of the cool opening themes for like Dragon Ball Super's Universe Survival Saga, Dragon Ball Z Kai, all these different songs. They had that in there because, as you guys might remember, it was all about like the celebration of 8 years of, or the 8-year anniversary, Spirit Bomb. Their LRs were like the Kai Fighters, the Z Fighters. So they had a bunch of songs in there. So they basically replaced that with the new song, which is the Battle of Gods song, which is Hero by Flow. Now, Global did not get this. Why did they not get this? I don't know necessarily. I'm just guessing here. Probably some licensing stuff. Maybe it was too expensive of a cost that Global wasn't worth getting. I don't know, honestly, but Global didn't get it. Now, I'm full on coping when I say this, so don't get mad when I say this. But yeah, looks like Hero will not play on Global. Think of it this way. JP gets the OST, Global gets the tickets. Yes, these tickets are not free. You have to pay for them. But for those of you who do spend on the game, you are able to buy a way to summon without burning your stones. That's the cope, but it is also the slight upside with this whole situation. And let's be frank, when it comes to the OST, were you okay? I'm not gonna say were you not gonna listen to it anyway. You were probably gonna listen to it, but you could also just do that through YouTube. So like if you boot up YouTube and then you switch apps onto your Dokkan, you'll have the YouTube mini player show up on your device, and boom, you're basically doing the same thing anyway. You can have it on loop. You can go through various songs in your playlist. So there are other ways around this, but I totally get in principle. This is annoying. Again, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation, I suppose. So that's just how it is. Some people might recall that for the worldwide download celebration, we got the meta cooler songs and all that stuff. Yeah. The only possible way to rationalize that is that during a worldwide download celebration, perhaps Global is more consistently performing well in terms of like the lucrative side, like the financial side. So maybe it's worth the cost. For Saiyan Day, maybe it's not. So perhaps that's why, I don't know. But there you have it. Those are the differences for the Global and JP sides in terms of the data download. Of course, this is not all. Like I said, there will be more data downloads in the future. Now, before we wrap this up, let's talk about the Pilaf's Trove. And also, by the way, Dokkan Now rewards did release. I actually never tweeted this out, but I actually had a theory that they simply just forgot to change the day that they were dropping it. Because if you guys remember, they dropped the Dokkan Now on the 15th, not the 16th. But last year, they did it on the 16th. So I think that because of that, the rewards were set for the 16th instead of the 15th, but they goofed. They did give us the rewards in the end. 18 for the Dokkan Now Bingo, 5 for the just free handout. So 23 Dragon Stones are in your inbox now. I have added the Gotenks Fail EZAs into the long list of EZAs that Global doesn't have yet. And now let's talk about the Pilaf scam. So last year, this is what we got for the Pilaf Trove. This is for Majin Vegeta, and I have some screenshots here. We got a grand total of up to 63 tickets. You were able to buy 7 tickets in the first pack, which is right here. Then you were able to get 28 in the next 2 packs each. Each one, this is the price point. So $7 US for the first pack. You got 7 tickets, mediocre rest of the stuff. You got some skill or not skill orbs, so hidden potential orbs. And then for $33 US, you got 28 tickets. Now, each set of tickets gives you a 7-unit multi. So 1 SSR guaranteed per multi-summon. This is, of course, assuming they bring back the same exact pack, which I'm inclined to think that they do. But, you know, just take this with a grain of salt. So last year, I bought out the Pilaf scam, and I got 63 tickets. So I did 9 multis with a guaranteed SSR. It's not a featured SSR. It is a guaranteed SSR. So if you want to do it this way, you will have the option to, but of course you have to spend money. For $32 US, you are spending for 4 multis. That too, those multis are not even full-on multis. They are 7-unit multis. So generally, I don't like those types of deals where they cut back on the amount of units you get per summon. But, you know, some of you might want to prefer to do it this way. Maybe you don't have the stones. You don't want to spend the stones. You would rather do it this way. We'll have to wait and see what it ultimately ends up being, which we will discuss on the live stream tonight. But there you have it. That is pretty much everything that was covered in the data download, and I hope that you guys are ready for the summons tonight. Whether you are summoning or not, it is going to be hype, so make sure you guys are subscribed and you don't miss the summons, because I am very excited for this. I am very excited for Super Saiyan God. Battle of Gods has been a... Battle of Gods was the thing that propelled Dragon Ball back into relevancy with the revival of the franchise. So I hope that this unit does justice. I hope that the Rage Vegeta is good, and I hope the celebration overall is good, because so far it is poised to be so. Obviously, the differences are annoying, but besides that, let's just stick to the positives. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, your reactions to the differences in the celebrations or in the data files. What do you think about the Gotenks EZAs? Were you going to use them? What do you think about the Pilaf's Trove based on last year? Do you expect something similar? Do you think it'll be better this year? And what do you think about the whole philosophy behind OSTs? If we don't get the OST on global, you know, it's automatically an L for global, or is it not really that big a deal because either you don't listen to the music or perhaps you use YouTube mini player anywhere, perhaps Spotify or whatever. Let me know your thoughts about all that in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you know I want to see more of my stuff. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Let's go, baby.